Hi, and welcome to Create and Conversate, a show where we sit down with your favorite TikTokers, YouTubers, influencers, and more to get to know the creator beyond the screens and numbers. I'm your host, Catherine Tinsley, and I'm so excited to introduce TikTok sensation Rod. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So, my first question for you is what was your journey to becoming an influencer?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an expected journey. It wasn't like a planned journey. I was working from home like the rest of corporate America from what was it, March of 2020. And then October, I just started making videos talking about my experience working from home, and people just started relating and kept talking about my real experiences and being honest, and people further related to where we're at now.
And how are you able to kind of keep that level of authenticity and honesty on the internet?
I just always say I'm going to be myself, no matter what I do, whether it's partnerships. I use my Alexa every day already, so it was a no-brainer when Amazon reached out to say, absolutely, this is a great partnership. In the influencer realm, and even with my content, it's just me. I'm not trying to be someone that I'm not.
And with your content, you previously mentioned your partnership with Amazon. Could you tell us a
hmm
little bit more about this partnership?
Yeah, Amazon. I've had a couple different generations of Alexa devices, and um, this one is I have the one I have now is great because they've started building in these utterances. So as the world opens up and we're getting more into social environment that we haven't been in for over a year, we might have to relearn some things. So Alexa has these new utterances that are built in. Specifically, one I enjoy is Alexa, help me small talk, and then it gives me tips on like body language or how to mirror and match, or ask a question, tell a story, which are things that seem like a no-brainer, like I said, but it's something that we haven't had to think about. So even this morning, I tried it with a work call that I had this morning, and was able to use one of the tips, and it went a long way.
And with transitioning into this kind of post-COVID world and utilizing the
hmm
Alexa, what's your favorite part of having this tool in this kind of quarantine like
hmm
lifestyle?
Yeah. I think it's just the reminder or the training of like, hey, like you might not be going through this face to face with someone and practicing, but I can practice my Alexa. As weird as it sounds, but it's kind of like we talk to we. There's a joke I know I've seen on TikTok or on social all the time where people talk about like fighting with yourself in the shower, or like figuring out like how to win a fight. We all do it. We all talk to ourselves. Or it's like I wish I would have said that. Where it's kind of the same thing with this new Alexa utterance. I had to turn my Alexa off, or else she would have been giving me all these tips. But when I say Alexa, help me small talk, it's almost like I'm having that conversation talking to myself, but instead I'm talking to Alexa.
Absolutely. And transitioning back into your background as an influencer,
Mhm.
what has been your favorite part about sharing your work from home lifestyle on TikTok?
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that a lot of these anxieties that I had around work, and especially as a man, a lot of men don't talk about mental health because we want to be strong, right? But um, I think now that I've been more open, I feel more seen and related to, which has been really therapeutic for me because these anxieties I thought I was alone in. Other men have stepped forward and said they relate. Women have stepped forward, they said they relate. So it's been great um, to have kind of a support system too, where people even now on TikTok and Instagram will tag me or send me posts that they think I would relate to, which is I'm like, oh, I totally relate to that. That's so awesome that like people think of me um, in that way.
And do you feel like your TikTok has really allowed for there to be this level of community and this willingness and openness to having these really valuable conversations?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there is a little bit of hate around it, with people are like, oh, like, what's anxiety? I don't know. It's like, all right, well, go to therapy. You might find out that you have it. But yeah, I think it's been amazing because even if I have what back of a letter, better term, a hater on my comments, I see 200 people comment, no, like, no, he helps me feel seen. No, he actually helped me go to therapy because he talks openly about it. So things like that make me feel like there's a bit of community that we've kind of created on TikTok. And it's not just me. I think that's what's great about TikTok is it's groups of creators, that we kind of are synonymous. Like I get tagged in the same five people's TikToks because my followers want me to see it. It's like, of course, I already saw it. We follow each other and all this, but it's great that my followers think of me when they see this other creator.
Absolutely. And with people who are watching this interview who might be interested in creating and especially
Mhm.
dabbling into TikTok, what advice would you give them for kind of ignoring kind of the hateration on the internet?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's so easy. to see if I have 1,000 comments, I will find the one hate, and then I will linger in the hate, scroll up to other 999 and read those. And at the end of the day, insecure people try to hurt people who they think are insecure. So if you're strong and if you just realize that they're insecure in themselves, and I think showing love too. I don't roast my haters. I'd be like, a really good question that one of my friends told me to start asking is, how do you feel after you said that?
Mm.
You know, and then in the moment, I've had people apologize, like, sorry, I just didn't think you'd read this, or yeah, I definitely lashed out, or people are like, I feel great. It's like, all right, great. Well, if you feel great about it, then keep going on with your life, and that's how you want to live your life. Unfortunately, you're going to cut some people out for sure, but yeah.
And with this foundation of really love and authenticity and honesty, what advice would you give for someone on how to make kind of the perfect TikTok, but also TikTok community on their platform?
Mhm. So it is all about a niche, right? It's like mine is nostalgia, working from home, millennial niche, Um, but along with that, just being your true self, like I said, like there's a reason I put my handle as just me because it's like it really is just me, that's who I am. Because people want to see the real you, and think about what if you, as your community starts to grow or the followers that you want to grow, think about what they would relate to in that moment, if that makes sense. So as the world's opening back up, I'm not going to keep posting like work from home content unless people are working from home, obviously, but or like I can talk about quarantine or anything like that. So,
And with TikTok having all of these trends and, like you said, niches, what has been your favorite trend so far on the app?
oh my gosh. Um, I think it's so TikTok's all about sounds. I'm not sure if you're familiar with TikTok or if you okay. My favorite one is the I work at the bank one. And it's like I work at the bank, here is a dollar. Um, but it's basically so how the trend works is someone saying like, oh, I hate something, but then it's like they're that person. Um, which has been really fun. Like it's be me, it's like I hate people that complain about their anxiety and then be like, shh, I work at the bank, but it's like I complain about my anxiety, you know.
Absolutely.
hmm
And with your platform and kind of us knowing you from TikTok, what do you like to do outside of the app?
Yeah, I really enjoy working out, just fitness in general because I had kind of like this transformation point in my life where I had some health issues arise. So fitness is very important to me because it kind of prevents those from coming back. And then I love food, and being in Chicago is a really good restaurant scene. So like trying new places and um, just like overall meeting new friends, new people. I always tell my followers like, hey, if like I'm in your city or if you're in Chicago, let me know. And if it makes sense for us to meet, would love to at least connect for a cup of coffee or something like that.
And with being, I'm also from Chicago. So
Oh,
being in
great.
Chicago,
Yeah.
how are
You
you
live
able
in
to?
Chicago?
I do. I live in Hyde Park.
I live in Pilsen, so we're not far from each other, which we should
Yeah,
go get coffee.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with being in Chicago, I
Mhm.
feel like, we don't have the most visibility. What is it like showcasing our city, especially truly being from the city?
Yeah, it's hard because I feel like Chicago, like we are a pocket where like we like Chicago TikTok is very massive within Chicago, but as far as like it's not like New York or LA. It's like I want to go visit. It's like we know the summers here are great. People like, but the winters, it's like okay. But I think that's as far as visibility. Like people are just shocked that with me specifically, like, oh, I thought you lived in LA. It's like no, like I live in Chicago. There are cool people in Chicago.
Thank you so much, Rod, for your time and enjoy the rest of your day.